There we go again with the glow, bro. What the fuck? It's so annoying. Let's just see how this turns out. I'm getting annoyed, to be honest.
Unbelievable. I am Amane.
That guy's dumb. Pink Street is... I'm so confused right now. Okay, that's what I was looking for. He said Pink Street. I'm trying to figure out where that is. Confused.
Nice choice.
Let's stay down.
I don't really need those. Could have used one of them, but I don't really need them. Not for something like that. At least the animate's acting straight. It's not messing up from what I can tell. Guess we're doing this.
Really, guys?
If he went down Pink Street, that's down here. So what the fuck? That's right here. I'm confused. Trying to search for this dude is a pain. I don't know where the fuck that dude went. Most of these places are just stores, to be honest. I'm gonna just head to the next mission. This is ridiculous. Now what?
Suspicious. Hey. Suspicious. Ah.
God damn. Seriously? Come on, bro. God damn. Enough with the following. Please. It's a bunch of nonsense. I hate this crap. And he does this. What the hell is with this dude?
Huh?
Nah.
Shit. Which way did he go? position this woman gave is kind of annoying. God damn. What the heck? Oh my god, bro. This don't make any sense. Son of... God. Fucking controller, bro. This shit crazy. He ain't even moving. Look at that. Oh my god, this is retarded. I had to do that because this motherfucker was not moving. Look at this. Are you serious? Look at that. Oh my god. This idiot crazy, bro. You're walking into a box. Get your head out of your ass, bro. Damn. Please. What a dummy. Sheesh. Is he really that dumb? Fucking heck. Some of the people in this game are completely retarded. That's all I gotta say. After seeing that, get your head out of your ass. This dude just needs to get his head out of his ass. That's all he needs to do. Honestly. Literally, he walked into that damn box for at least 60 seconds. I'm not understanding that. Holy fuck. Oh shit. This guy's gonna bully him, I just know it. It's a man from a bar. Alright, let's go.
This again.
That was too easy. I didn't even have to use my hands.
Huh? Nah.
Please don't tell me he plans on following him any further. At least I got paid for it. Alright, whatever. Can you even go through here? Hold on a minute. There looks like a small... Yeah, you can. Okay. Actually, let's go this way. You can't jump through it. Alright. Never mind.
Good stuff. Back to it.
ありがとうございました。
Not a wise choice. And stay down. Gira.
Kaito-san told me you'd be here. Don't forget about me next time, yeah?
Wish you'd fucking forget about me. Is there a reason your little gang needs to keep meeting up here?
It's so nice of you to let us use your store, Higashi-san. Especially when you're clearly so opposed to the idea.
Don't talk down to Yakuza, kid.
It's okay, Higashi-san. I think we all know you're nicer than you let on.
What the hell?
Damn, and you're braver than you look, Hoshino-kun. You got the skills to back it up?
Just a third-degree black belt.
Huh?
Not that I've ever had to use it.
Well, I'll call this meeting to order.
Sure. I'll do the honors. Masamichi Shintani of the Genda Law Office has been murdered. Given that his eyes were gouged out, it's likely the mole was responsible. And I'll need all of your help to track him down.
The ADDC, huh? Weird time for that to come up again.
Again? It's come up before?
We can talk about that later. What's important now is Shintani called them before he was killed.
I think I remember them being in the news a lot last year. Something about a new drug that could win a Nobel Prize.
Yeah, here it is.
The ADDC's research into AD9 has now been published in one of the world's leading scientific magazines, leading to the gathering of reporters from both Japan and abroad that we have here today.
It's a brand new dementia drug. They call it AD9. This was right after Director Kido from the ADDC published his paper on it. They're still undergoing clinical trials on larger animals, but apparently every single mouse they've given it to has made a full recovery. The man giving the presentation here is Dr. Ryusuke Kido, a world leader in neurophysiology and the primary researcher on AD9.
He's the one who showed me around the center when I was looking into Okubo's case. Guess he's been the director for a while now.
From what I can tell, the Ministry of Health is increasing the ADDC's budget to hasten the development of AD9. They're even adding another building to the center. It's a huge project.
Damn good deal they've got.
I'm still not getting it, though. Why'd Shintani go and call them?
That's what we're about to find out. And there's only one way to do that.
Come on! Can't just take a man's phone.
First off, we'll need to figure out who Shintani was calling.
Yeah, but how are we gonna do that over the phone?
I suppose that all depends on your acting skills, Detective Yagami.
What the fuck?
ADC, front desk speaking.
Hi there, ma'am. This is... This is Takayuki Yagami from the Yagami Detective Agency.
Hello there, Yagami-san.
I'm calling about a lawyer named Shintani, who I believe contacted you yesterday. I was wondering if you could connect me with whomever he spoke to.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that. It's in violation of our personal information policy.
Well, the truth is, Shintani-san passed away yesterday. This is the last number he dialed, so I'm calling to ask about him.
I'm sorry, but that information is private. You'll need a warrant if you want to know more. I really am sorry, sir.
I see. Thank you anyway. No way this happens over the phone. It'll be faster to just head over there myself.
You think that's gonna work?
Not sure, but I know the director, remember? Worst case scenario, I come back empty-handed.
I'll come with you, Yagami-san.
Okay, me and Nagashi will go check out what's going on with the Matsugane family.
I need to
Shouldn't
get
be
my
tough
haircut.
with Hamura
It's the
out of the
first
picture.
of February.
Hey, I don't remember saying I was gonna help you.
By the way, Yagami-san, whatever happened to that guy from 3 years ago? Shinpei Okubo.
He's in the detention
I
center.
gotta wait till I'm paid.
Been there since they gave him his death sentence.
Have you ever gone to see him, Yagami-san?
No. Why would I? Why do you ask anyway?
I don't know. I was wondering what he was like. The case got tons of news coverage, you know. I was also wondering what you thought about the case. I mean, did you really think that he was innocent?
Probably.
But then he walked. Killed his girlfriend. You defended him for that too, yeah?
Yep.
Did you believe him then too?
He kept saying the same thing. How he could never have killed anyone. But I didn't believe him, no. Fighting for him in court made me sick to my stomach.
Do you think he deserves the death penalty?
That's enough of the questions, Sugiura.
Woof. My bad. Was that too far?
Nah.
If you say so.
Yagami-san? You're heading to the ADDC now, yes? I'm gonna grab a taxi for us. I'll wait for you over on Park Boulevard.
You know, I noticed one thing different about Kiryu and Yagami. Kiryu has like 4 fighting styles, and Yagami, he only has like 2. He has like 2 tiger fighting styles, while Kiryu has like 4 dragon fighting styles. And so does Majima. Majima has like 4 snake fighting styles. They all allow him to multitask though.
Don't get the wrong idea. I'm not one of your little buddies. Remember that.
The ADDC, huh? There's just gotta be fate or something.
What is with that guy, man? He used to be a friendly Yakuza, but now he's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. He used to be a friendly guy, that Yakuza. Now he's just a totally different person now. Like, he's not a bad guy, but he's more serious. But at the same time, he kind of wants to keep me safe. I can see that much. That's why he doesn't want me at the store. He doesn't want homeboys to find out I'm there. Let's get it over with, please.
Really, guys?
Over here, Yagami-san.
どちらまで行かれますか？そうですか。また。どちらまで行かれますか？
Okay, where the hell are we going? Hang on a second. Let me read the mission. Okay, ADC. Okay.
どちらまで行かれますか？
I just needed to check the thing. Okay, the ADC would be... Shit. Up there.
それでは出発いたします。
Luckily, I got a lot of money.
I've heard a bit about this place before. But the ADDC, isn't it just one part of a larger organization? If I recall correctly, they call it the Medical Institute. Is that accurate?
Yeah. They own every last inch of this campus.
It's incredible. Even with all these buildings, they're still getting budget to expand from that new drug. So? Is it the same as you remember?
Yeah.
Huh? Don't go too far ahead. Yagami-san!
This is some bullcrap.
What are you all shaken up for? Calm down. Just stick with me and you'll be fine. Got that, Yagami?
Who the fuck?
Yagami-san! Try not to just ditch me, okay? Is something wrong?
It's just... After 3 years, it still looks the same.
Huh?
Almost like time itself has stopped.
Yagami-san.
Come on. Front desk's over there.
I don't, sorry. My name is Hoshino, from the Genda Law Office. This is my partner, Yagami. We're here to talk about a murder that took place in Kamurocho yesterday.
A co-worker of ours, named Shintani. He was the victim.
We have a record that he called this center before he was killed.
Huh?
We're hoping you can help us track down exactly who he spoke to.
I'm very sorry, sir, but I can't provide such private information.
So she knows who it is, but she just not
Well,
talking.
could I at least talk to Director Kido instead? He's an old friend of mine. Just let him know Yagami stopped by, to say hello.
I don't think that'll be necessary. Look over there.
Gentlemen, I really don't know what else you want from me. I have nothing more to say. I've told the police all that I know.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about all this, Director. Problem is, my partner here won't give it a rest till he sees the scene of the crime. But I'm sure we'll be leaving soon.
That's not what we agreed upon. You know this isn't about how long it takes.
And what about Okubo? I take it he's still not fessed up.
No, not quite as of yet, sir. But we all saw where the body was. Exactly where he said it would be.
Quite true. Not much point in fighting this now. The Minister has made it clear that he wants it resolved soon as well. Just look at how much trouble one contractor has caused.
Sorry, which minister? I didn't know about this, sir.
The Health Minister. It's all his call how much funding we get.
Director, if I may, if you would just direct me to the scene of the crime, I could head over there myself. I'll be out of your hair in no time, I assure you.
I'd rather you didn't wander on your own. So instead, she can show you. Terasawa-kun, these gentlemen here are Shintani-sensei and,
Yagami.
It's a pleasure. I hope I can help you find what you need.
Well, with that, I'll be taking my leave.
Thank you again, Director. Apologies for all the trouble.
This way. I can show you how to get to
Yagami looks
Waku-san's room.
stupid compared to what he
Who's
looks.
Waku-san?
The guy who died in his room?
Yeah.
He looks better in that suit
You
than he
are
does in the stupid hair
Terasawa-san,
get
huh?
with the bike put
Wow,
on.
young. And a looker to boot.
Can we keep this professional?
Huh?
Nice try.
Yagami don't know how to be professional. I can say that much. Even though he's a Yakuza.
Not the friendliest girl in town, huh?
We're not exactly welcome guests here.
After I busted my ass to pass the bar, I always figured I'd have my pick of the ladies.
Right this way, please. Straight ahead is the ADDC's general ward. Waku-san's room is on the 4th floor. This was the room assigned to Waku-san.
What's down there?
That's the research wing, where they develop all our new drugs.
Oh.
You can't get in without a gold key card, though. Not even I have one.
Gold, huh?
I suppose because it's the heart of the center's operations.
Huh. Sounds like it's a whole nother world back there. Security like that must be a bitch. Come on, Yagami.
If you want my honest opinion, I think Yagami
Before he
needs more
died,
professionalism.
Waku-san spent most of his time in here.
He's more professional.
And when was he admitted?
2 years ago,
Yeah, that's me.
with Alzheimer's.
Some kind of dementia,
Even that
right?
detective cop
Alzheimer's
looks
is a neurodegenerative
professional.
disease that leads to dementia. Yes. In
Even though
fact,
he has
it's the
main
cause of
character
almost
of the game,
70% of all
he still needs
dementia
more
cases.
professionalism.
So, they're one and the same, kinda?
He spreads the
Anyway,
situation too
do
much.
what you gotta do, Yagami.
That's the stupid stuff I be talking about. Like this was kind of important in the past, but like lately, during the present time with Yagami, the present Yagami, he be spreading this investigation stuff too much. Investigating is for serious stuff, not dumb, stupid games.
Hey. Has anyone else left here since Waku-san's death?
Nobody, no.
And Waku-san was missing from his room the morning of the incident, yes?
That's right.
So, he was murdered here, then carried out.
I can't say for sure, but it's likely.
Has anyone else left here since Waku-san's death?
Nobody. That's... I can't...
Uh-huh.
Investigate the window.
The window's sealed shut. There's no way Waku-san could have escaped through here.
Investigate the entrance.
Uh-huh. All the rooms have windows like this, right? Seems like people would notice if something was going on in here.
Well, we only have so many employees in this ward. The halls stay fairly busy, but it's mostly dementia patients moving between appointments.
I see. I wonder how the room looks from the hallway.
You got all you need from here, yeah?
I think so. You can definitely see what's going on from out here. Shintani-sensei, can you lay on the bed for me?
I guess so. Here to join me, Terasawa-san? What do you got to lose? It was a joke.
So from this vantage point, you can't make out the person's face.
So, was this the colossal waste of time I knew it'd be?
Nope. I got something I'd only get from being here.
Does it matter? It's been days. Case is practically closed. Shinpei Okubo is guilty as hell.
Well, according to him, he's not.
Of course that's what he says. Consider the facts, though, man. You want to review the case?
Sure. Let's go over what we know so far.
Whatever you want. All right, here we go. Our victim was the patient staying in this room, Koichi Waku, male, age 66. At 8:30 a.m. on the morning of the crime, the nurses noticed he was missing from his bed. Given Waku's degenerative state, they assumed he was wandering around the hospital somewhere. But after being unable to track him down, hospital staff filed a missing persons report.
Right.
You know what a dementia patient's like, though. Hard to imagine they'd make it outside on their own. The only conclusion, then, was that somebody must have taken
Like a
him
Dragon
from
is
the
an even dumber game than
After
Judgement.
inspecting all the cars that came in and out of the center, they were left with one possible suspect.
If you watch it
A laundryman by the name of Shinpei Okubo.
you'll see what I mean.
It didn't take much pride for Okubo to confess burying Waku's body out in the mountains.
The Yakuza in the game,
And lo and
Like a Dragon has
behold,
no
3 months
professionals
after
and
Waku
professional
disappeared,
techniques when he
the cops
fights.
found his body rotting away right where Okubo said
It's
it.
gonna be straight up with it.
Cause of death was most likely suffocation, but they still don't know for sure.
Professionalism at all.
Any objections to this so far, Yagami-sensei?
Actually, yeah. You're forgetting something.
And what's that?
Okubo-kun insists he didn't kill anyone.
Fucking lawyer.
All he admits to is dumping the body.
Yagami was still a lawyer. Because he's in that tie and that green suit. He look more professional now than he does in the present. In shape, more professional, more on the job. Presently, right now, he's just being stupid. When he in the city wearing that stupid, small-looking biker blazer and that t-shirt.
No, sure. But come on, Yagami. Guy's got a history of assault, and it's on record. Roughed up his girlfriend. Accidentally broke her finger.
Right, but that was over 6 years ago. He was just a kid. Got drunk, made a huge mistake.
And what? It's okay for a kid to hit a woman?
Of course not. But that's not what he's on trial for.
True.
I don't condone what he did. But legally, committing one crime doesn't mean you're guilty of another.
Fine. But what about Okubo's shaky alibi? He said he left the center at 10 a.m. after grabbing the sheets from the general ward. Claimed Waku-san's corpse somehow got loaded into his truck. Who's gonna believe garbage like that?
If anyone should, it's his lawyers.
Yes.
We're meeting with Okubo after this, right? He should just be honest with him.
Trying to think if
Tell
I
him
want
the
some
case is
Chick-fil-A or fucking pizza.
Are you two done here?
Yep. Can you show us the garage next? The one where Okubo-kun parked his truck. The service entrance, I think it was. That's the only other place we'll need to see today.
See, the problem with Yagami is he takes the fucking
We'll need to take
situation
an
too
elevator
far
down there. Follow me.
when he investigates. God damn. That's the thing that bugs me every time I play as him in this stupid game. Even the Yakuza wouldn't do this.
I'm ready to go.
At least a real one wouldn't. Stupidness.
Hey, Yagami, you're never gonna last if you keep taking cases like this.
Thank you.
Criminal suits are a constant test of your conviction, your sense of justice. They don't even pay that well.
Careful who you say that around.
Look, just chill out, okay? Take it from me. I've been around the block way longer than you have. Looks like a regular old garage to me.
Yeah, you're right.
You make it out
needs
with
to
no
chill
problem
the
if you
fuck
put a
out.
body into your truck
He's
down
being
here.
stupid.
It's quiet.
It is.
Hey, Yagami, check this out. These are the carts they use to collect sheets and linen. Day of the crime, Okubo was all over the hospital with one of these things. Would have been simple for him to sneak a body in there and cart it right out.
Maybe so. Where was Okubo parked on the day of the incident?
I swear to God, if I gotta do another investigation, I'm gonna go nuts.
The truck was parked here, with the back facing the elevator. Here's a recreation of it.
I see.
DNA evidence from the victim was found in the flatbed of the truck. That's proof enough that the body was there. And when they confronted Okubo, he flat out admitted it.
When was Waku-san last seen?
Just before 8 a.m. on the day of the crime.
Yeah, 7:50 to be precise. An ADDC scientist will be testifying to that. He claims he saw him nice and cozy in his bed.
I see. Can we talk to this witness?
I tried to get an appointment, but they shut me down. Said they don't want us interfering with their research anymore.
They're not willing to make an exception this once?
This isn't an issue you want to push, Yagami. Worst case scenario, you get charged with witness intimidation.
All right. Anyway, the victim was last seen at 7:50.
That's right. Breakfast is at 8 o'clock, so the patients who can walk on their own gather in the break room. But on the day of his disappearance, 8:30 came and went with no sign of Waku-san.
You thought you'd find him quickly. Didn't exactly turn out that way.
Right.
Got that, Yagami? Here, let's go over some more details. What we know is, Waku was taken out of his room sometime between 7:50 when he was last seen, and 8:30 when everyone noticed he was gone. During that 40-minute span, somebody suffocated Waku and stuffed him into the laundry bin. Nobody suspected there was a body in the cart. And the only clear culprit was Okubo, the man in charge of the laundry. To further back this up, DNA evidence from Waku was found in Okubo's truck. Then when the police questioned Okubo, he confessed to burying the body in the mountains of Okutama. 3 months after the crime, Waku's corpse was finally found. With me? This thing's airtight, Yagami. I know you're getting into this, but come on. Just give it up already. You don't have a chance.
Even though Okubo says he's innocent, I promised him we'd do everything we could.
Not my problem. You shouldn't make promises you can't keep.
Fine, then I'll do it alone. You don't have to be involved.
Even if I'm not, the loss will hurt Genda-sensei's reputation.
I'm sorry, but our client says he's innocent. I can't back down from this.
Fine. I'll be in the lobby.
If you like, I could take you to see Waku-san's room again.
You don't mind? That would be great.
See, this is the type of shit I mean. He always fucking spreads the situation. Damn. Take what you got with a grain of salt. Fucking hell. This kind of shit really gets on my nerves. There ain't nothing to look at.
Not yet. Just a little longer.
Are you finished?
Yeah, I've seen what I need. Anything else you can
All that for nothing.
How long will Okubo-san's sentence be?
Huh?
If he's found guilty, that is.
Probably 10 years, maybe more. It's hard to say for sure.
And what if he confesses? Would they shorten his sentence?
Well, at the very least, it'd make a better impression than insisting he didn't do it.
But you're still going to push an innocent plea? Even though Okubo-san is the one who'll suffer?
I got a PlayStation message I gotta fucking read. if my YouTube is my PSN. It should be obvious. It says the name of the channel when you're freaking on YouTube. Even if you're on a PlayStation, you're still on YouTube. So basically, if you were to go to youtube.com, you would see that the freaking name of my YouTube channel is not the name of my PlayStation name.
Whatever it takes to set Okubo-kun free. But I can't do it alone. Just give it some thought, Terasawa-san.
I'm about to be driven insane tonight. First by the internet connection, then by somebody who asked me to create
Just
this
now,
person in the universe.
we went to the ADDC.
On PlayStation.
Thought I should have a look at things with my own eyes.
And?
First one was a good question.
There's no
but the
chance
second
you
one
walk.
was a
You
dumb
practically
question.
lost cause.
Hey,
Is my PlayStation name
Yagami-sensei is...
the same as my YouTube name, the same as my PlayStation name?
it's like this,
That
Okubo.
is a great
You tell me you're
question,
innocent,
and if
and
you're
I'll fight
watching
to the
my
end.
video, you should know the answer to
I really
that.
have nothing to
Help me
lose by
answer
helping
it.
you out.
It's just like I told you. Whoever did it is framing me.
Damn, you're on the YouTube website. How obvious can it be? The only way you wouldn't know the answer to that question is if somebody was blind, and I don't think you're blind. That's a rude
On the day of the
idea to
crime,
think that.
you were in the general ward at the
It's also
ADDC,
considered a
yes?
dumb question.
Starting at 8 a.m., you went around to each room and gathered the linens.
But
Yes.
you must know.
Nobody
Judgment
would
game
dispute
is
that.
getting good, but the annoying part is
And after
when he
that,
wants to hunt
you
for
covered
clues and
Wakasan's
spread
nose and
the
mouth,
investigation
suffocated him,
situation
and then
more
carted
than
him out in the
needs to be.
laundry bin.
That's not true. Wakusan wasn't there when I went into his room. I didn't see him at all that day. You have to believe me.
And I do. So when you went down to leave the center at 10 a.m. after gathering the linens, you realized there was a body hidden in the truck.
Yes. That's what happened.
Then, after debating whether or not to report the body, you chose to hide it in the mountains.
I had a criminal assault on my record. I knew the police would have suspected me if I went to them.
Aren't you forgetting the bad blood you had with Wakusan?
Huh? Bad blood? What are you talking about?
3 days before the murder, Wakusan claimed Okubo-kun here punched him and stole his wallet. They told me all about it at the center.
When did you even ask?
While you were busy chatting up Terasawa-chan. Even if I bitch about it, I'm still damn good at my job.
Well, Okubo-kun, did you take his wallet, or...?
Not quite.
I'll tell you that.
They call it delusion of theft. It's a central dimension. You think something's been stolen from you, then blame the first person you see. Not the easiest thing to deal with, right? Someone accuses you of theft for no reason? Must have been a shock. So when Wakusan tried to hit you, you just about hit him back.
But I didn't hit him.
No. You murdered him.
I wouldn't kill a man over something like that.
It's a good story, yes.
I wish I could believe you, pal.
But
Come on.
two Yakuza and Yakuza
You got a record
7
of violence.
and in Yakuza...
It wasn't me. I swear.
The two
Somebody
stories
set
of
me up.
Yakuza and Yakuza 7
Please.
and Judgment.
You have to believe me.
I'm talking
Whoever
about
did
the
this
story
is
mode
laughing
characters.
at
I'm not
all
talking
of us
about
right
all of
now.
them.
Calm down.
I'm talking about just the story mode characters in those two games. The main character you play as.
Do you
The
believe me?
Yakuza in those two games
do.
that you play as
Okay. And next time,
is
come along.
the worst Yakuza
Fine.
on Earth.
I can take a hint. You and Yagami-sensei can cuddle up all you want.
His fighting... Now, I will admit, Yagami's fighting skills are good, but the way that he
Hey.
acts is really
You know that nurse, Terasawa-san? Cute girl. Sounded like she was worried about you. Bet you'd have a chance with her once you get out of here.
Same thing with the other Yakuza. Same thing with the other Yakuza and
Excuse
Yakuza
me.
7. The one that's called Yakuza Like a Dragon. Just look at the way he fights. Every time he fights, he always need people to back him up. Every single time. He can't handle a single person without getting help from like a group of 6 people. You might as well say you were playing Kingdom Hearts.
So Shintani just left you hanging, huh?
Shit.
He's got to learn some damn patience.
Maybe so.
Now the other Yakuza in
This
this
is my
game,
case now.
Judgment.
I can handle
like
it myself.
But Yagami, I cannot stand him.
Okay.
I like his fighting skill, but that's it. I don't like the way he acts. He takes the situation too far.
Have you seen Mafiu lately?
Where's this coming from?
She's just not that great with men. I suggest you be more assertive.
Right. Okay.
You mean that friend of yours, Sarikun? She's got Shintani all riled up. Said he'd have been nicer to you if he knew you had friends who looked like her. Jackass.
Hey, nothing's official yet, guys. Regardless, keep it on the down low, okay?
Yet? That word says more than you think.
Mafiu-kun's a prosecutor, right? Isn't it kind of taboo for her to date a defense attorney?
Can we not do this?
Either way, guess the Okubo case comes first. Pleading innocent, yeah?
That's the plan.
What is your plan here? This isn't going to be an easy win.
Well, I'm working on that. There's one piece of evidence that still bothers me.
Yeah? And what's that?
It's gotta be the motherfucking bed. What else could it be?
It's the hospital room the victim was staying in. This is the last place Walker-san was seen before he disappeared. The window doesn't open, so the only way out is through the door. No one saw him leave, though, even though there are always people in the halls. And the only one who entered the room was Okubo with his laundry cart.
Hey, I don't want to be a downer, but doesn't that point to Okubo being the killer?
That's not my point, though. The evidence I showed you is...
That evidence won't win you the case.
What the hell's your problem?
Was that Shintani?
I think so.
Get back here!
What the fuck?
Oh, that bastard. Oh, eavesdropping on you.
What the hell?
I tried to stop him, but he pulled a stun gun on me.
What the hell?
Hey! Wait up!
Great. Now I gotta run after this bitch.
Hold up!
This kind of crap gets annoying.
You won't get away!
Come on, bro. Really? Son of a bitch.
You won't get away!
Every time he always feels like he gotta run after somebody. For what?
A woman?
Help! Someone help me!
Aren't you Terasawa-san?
Let me go!
We got a groper out here? Scum of the earth! Not on my watch, you son of a bitch!
Doug's. That girl's got a gun too.
Can all lawyers fight like that?
What a bitch, man.
Did you really need to run away like that? I assume you came to see me.
There was something I wanted to talk to you about, yes. But I wasn't sure if I should. Then that pig-headed friend of yours started shouting, so I just lost it.
Okay, but did you have to tase him? Not that he didn't have it coming. Anyway, I'm listening if you want to talk. No matter what it is, I'll keep your secret. Anything you tell me will fall under client's attorney privilege.
Well, you know the witness who last saw Waku-san? Said he saw him sleeping in his bed.
Uh-huh.
Well, that witness is a man by the name of Shono-san. He's one of the scientists at the ADDC. Not only that, but he's the director's right-hand man, too.
This is him?
I really believe that's the thief.
Yes. He's a very dedicated doctor, so the nurses have a lot of faith in him. But something felt off when I heard what he had to say about the incident.
And what's that?
I guess I'm just skeptical as to whether or not he actually saw Waku-san. I don't think he's intentionally deceiving us, but he may be mistaken somehow. And if I had to guess, I'd say the other nurses feel the same.
Still, why hasn't anyone mentioned this until now?
How could we? Nurses talking about a doctor behind his back? That's not something a nurse could do without consequences. And if it came to a courtroom testimony...
None of you would testify?
Maybe the other nurses wouldn't, but I would. I never really fit in over there anyway. Besides...
Yeah?
I think Okubo-san is innocent.
Oh, really? Sounds like I've finally got an ally on my team.
Part of this game really gets on my nerves, and part of it is really exciting. It is hard to explain in words.
I'm currently employed as a researcher at the Advanced Drug Development Center. Part of our research consists of clinical tests we perform on patients in the general ward of the center. On the day of the crime, I was making my usual rounds through the ward.
So it's kind of both.
And what time was that?
Around 7:50?
You're sure?
Yes. The patients eat breakfast at precisely 8 o'clock. I always head to the break room myself, right around then, too.
This break room, to be precise?
That's correct. Our more mobile patients walk there for breakfast instead of eating in their own rooms. Then, while the nurses help the patients eat, I ask about how they feel and how the medicine is treating them.
And on the day of Wakusan's disappearance, you passed by his room before going to the break room?
Yes.
And in that room, you saw Wakusan lying on the bed?
Yes.
Can you describe the situation to us as you remember it?
The door has a window, so you can see into the room from the hallway.
And this is the room you're referring to, yes?
That's correct. From where I was standing in the hallway, I could see Wakusan lying in bed. He was asleep, with a blanket covering most of his body.
And what time was that?
Around 7:50.
No further questions.
I don't mind the court crap, but damn. I wish they didn't spread the situation so much.
Why did you call her to the stand?
She actually asked to testify. Is that a problem?
Not really, no.
Terasawa-san, you were present for Shono-san's testimony just now, yes?
Yes.
And what is your opinion on that testimony?
For a scientist, I felt his wording was rather imprecise. And as a medical professional, I felt his actions were negligent.
Could I ask you to be a little more specific?
Our witness, Shono-san, claims he saw Waku-san sleeping in his bed during his morning rounds. However, there's no way he could have known that just by looking in from the hallway.
I have evidence supporting Terasawa-san's testimony.
Basket ain't gonna support that. There's no way Sho couldn't wait. Checked on Waku and this proves it. This is weird. He's not on the bed.
Take a look at this, if you would.
And this is?
Please. It's a photograph. In other words, this is what Shono-san would have seen when he checked in on Waku-san. Waku-san was already dead when Shono-san went to check on him.
What are you implying?
At the time, the defendant hadn't yet collected the linens. In fact, he hadn't even arrived at the ADDC, meaning Okubo-san could not have been the murderer.
Assuming that's true, then, why did he go through the trouble of hiding Waku-san's body in his laundry cart?
Huh? Well, depending on how you look at it.
Please. You know this is a court of law, don't you?
Sorry, let me start over. Our witness, Shono-san, claims he saw Waku-san sleeping in his bed during morning rounds. However, I'm not convinced that's actually what happened.
What the fuck, dude? I don't even get this.
Take a look at this, if you would.
And this is?
It's gotta be the basket. God
Take a look
damn.
at this, if you would.
And this
Shit.
Please look at this. It's a photograph of the victim's room as viewed from the hallway. In other words, this is what Shono-san would have seen when he checked in on Waku-san. The one who killed Waku-san is actually our witness, Shono-san.
Excuse me? What grounds do you have for that assertion?
Please. Sorry, our witness, however... It's a...
For fuck's sakes.
Shono-san was lying when he said he saw Waku-san in the bed.
Excuse me?
What he saw from the door was likely nothing more than a bulge of sheets. He couldn't have been able to identify it specifically as Waku-san. So to claim as much in his testimony seems like quite an exaggeration, don't you think?
But common sense would dictate otherwise, would it not? Who would be in the bed other than Waku-san?
The staff nurses are trained to always enter a room when checking in on a patient. In Waku-san's case, it's impossible to tell anything just by looking in from the hallway. There was actually one time a while back where we thought he was under the covers, only to find Waku-san eating in the break room a second later. And upon re-examining the room, we realized that we had mistaken a bunched-up pillow for Waku-san.
The witness makes an important distinction. The prosecution asserts that Shono-san's testimony is clear, that the victim was taken out of his room at some point between 7:50 and 8:30 in the morning. They claim that because of this time frame, the defendant must have smuggled Waku-san's body out in his laundry bin. But if Shono-san's testimony is invalid, as the defense asserts, we have to consider the possibility that Waku-san was taken in the middle of the night when nobody else was around. After which, the killer could have waited until the morning to plant the body in the defendant's truck. In other words, the defense establishes that there is reasonable doubt that Okubo-san is the killer, rendering the prosecution's central argument unsound. Your Honor, taking this new testimony into account, I'd like to call Shono-san back to the stand for cross-examination.
This kind of crap is getting annoying. For real.
Shono-san.
You guys don't even know. And I normally don't say that about a game.
I'll get right to the point. On the day of the crime, what did you see when you looked into Waku-san's room?
I saw Waku-san asleep in his bed, I think.
And did you get a clear look at his face?
I don't remember.
So it's possible that it could have been someone other than Waku-san in that bed. Or maybe even a pillow that you mistook to be Waku-san's body. Isn't that right?
Objection! The defense is leading the witness.
Sustained. Please rephrase the question.
Shono-san, can you say without a doubt that Waku-san was in that bed when you checked on him?
I don't think I can, no.
Then the defense rests. But I do have a quick remark for the prosecution.
Huh?
The charges against my client stem from your assertion that he's the only possible suspect, assuming the crime took place within the stated time frame. However, the defense has proven without a doubt that Shono-san's testimony is unreliable, establishing reasonable doubt for my client. I would suggest that you withdraw the charges against my client. With such inconclusive evidence, you'll only be wasting the court's precious time.
The prosecution does not consider the witness's testimony inconclusive. His memory of the incident may be fuzzy, yes, but that doesn't change that he saw the victim.
So, your whole case is based on a fuzzy memory?
Just because you see something that makes you guilty? What
and
the
you're
fuck?
willing to throw that away on unreliable testimony?
Dr. Shono is a bright and diligent researcher. After watching his own grandmother develop dementia, he vowed to create a drug that could cure the disease. After paying his own way through medical school, he went on to become the head researcher at the ADDC. Day after day, Dr. Shono visits his sick patients out of the kindness of his heart, leading to his valiant testimony here today. If you want to know whether I trust this man, then my answer is a resounding yes.
In other words, because he's such a great researcher, his testimony is infallible. His own admission that he's not sure is somehow overlooked? Is that the sum of it? Because from here, it sounds like you're putting your faith in Shono-san's title, not his testimony today.
The prosecution is not as easily swayed as you think. And you want to talk reputation? What of your client's history of domestic abuse? 6 years ago, the defendant broke his girlfriend's finger. The poor girl is still suffering from the effects. And the cause? A minor, drunken disagreement. Now, fast forward to what occurred a few days prior to the crime. Waku-san, suspecting the defendant of stealing his wallet, lashed out and punched the defendant in the face. Given the clearly violent nature of Okubo-san here, that alone would be motivation enough to murder the poor old...
Is something wrong, ma'am? Please remain seated while court is in session.
These people are retarded. I'm just gonna come at you real with the fucking statement that I think they're retarded.
Okubo-san is not a violent person. And he hasn't even had a drink in over 6 years. Not a single drop since the incident.
My court will not stand for this commotion.
He didn't blame Waku-san at all. He knew that the outburst was just caused by his dementia. That it was all the sickness's fault. So there was no reason for him to resort to murder.
I need to resolution.
Please.
Okubo-san really is an incredibly caring person.
Please leave this courtroom at once.
You're right that he may be hard to approach, but he's a kind soul, and he always keeps his promises. Okubo-san's not the only person in this courtroom who would be affected by a guilty verdict, either. As a matter of fact, it would break my heart. And even through it all, he wanted me to keep this a secret, not to tell anyone, not even his lawyer, that we were dating.
criminal. How could he possibly be given a fair trial?
They can't argue
Her
with
little
that.
outburst wasn't technically admissible, but as the trial dragged on, it hung over the jury like a stone. And in the end, Shinpei Okubo was found not guilty. But only a month after his release, everything changed. The same girl who had so bravely proclaimed Okubo's innocence died by the man's own hand.
Wait, what? This shit don't make no damn sense.
Hi.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing, Vice Minister.
But...
I haven't seen you in about 3 years, Kido-san. I see you're still the director.
You look familiar, but I can't quite place the name. I seem to recall you looking sharper.
I'm a detective based in Kamurocho
Like
now.
garbage. That's what I'm saying.
The name's Yagami.
I remember now. You're the reason Terasawa-kun's no longer with us. Remember, Shono?
Okubo-san was unstoppable. If only my testimony had been better.
Shono-san, right?
Doesn't matter. What brings you here anyway?
I'm investigating a murder, and I'll need your cooperation with it. Just like old times.
Ugh, being stupid is more like it. Because everything he do in an investigation.
Yes, I see.
Please.
Yes.
Give me a break.
Thank you.
With this stupid shit, bro.
It does seem we received a phone call from this Shintani-san you speak of.
Do you know who he was calling?
Dr. Shono.
The same Shono-san you were just with?
Damn break.
Yes. However, it's unclear as to what the point of the call was meant to be. Shono was away from his desk at the time, you see. Shintani-san didn't leave a message.
You have no idea what he wanted to talk about?
None. Shono says he doesn't know Shintani-san, and sees no reason why he would be calling.
Oh, really?
Shono and I co-authored the research paper on AD9. We're quite well known, as it turns out. Sometimes complete strangers pretend to be close friends or relatives in order to contact us. Perhaps Shintani-san fell into that category.
Have you heard of the mole murders taking place in Kamurocho, Dr. Kido? 3 Yakuza, each one with their eyes gouged out. It's a grisly business. Shintani was killed in the same way.
I've seen the news.
Can you think of anything tying the ADDC to those murders?
Huh? Look, just what are you implying? Look, I believe we're done here. There's nothing I can help you with.
Please stop! You can't!
Who are you?
Detective Kuroiwa, Kamuro Police, Organized Crime.
What the fuck?
One of your guests here has information related to the case I'm currently investigating. That would be you, Yagami. I'd like to speak to you as a material witness to the murder of the lawyer Masamichi Shintani.
Is that so?
Is this dude trying to blame me for shit? I gotta have the money to knock him out.
The mole's latest victim was the lawyer, Shintani. The last call he made brings the case that ruined Yagami 3 years ago back to the surface. patient was taken from a hospital and found buried in the mountains. Yagami defended the suspect, Shinpei Okubo, and got an acquittal. But 1 month later, he murdered his girlfriend Emi Terasawa with a kitchen knife and burned the remains.
Chapter 6. I swear to God. This is getting annoying.
I'd like to speak to you as a material witness to the murder of the lawyer Masamichi Shin.
Elsewhere. I really must be...
Too bad he's not a lawyer anymore, then. Your friend's nothing now. Just come along quietly. I'll come back with a warrant if I have to.
I'd like to see you try.
That's right.
Karoy-san.
He's got no business being in the office. Not all that mess. Bringing the cops to his office for what?
You two, out.
Before we go, can we speak to Shono-san for a sec? We need to know why Shintani called him.
Listen, I already told you he doesn't know. Get it through your skull. Now, please leave.
No problem. We'll let you get back to work.
See you guys. See how
This is really getting out of hand, don't you think? I can't believe that detective thinks you're a material witness.
Yeah. I don't know what he's talking about. But what I'm more interested in is how he even knew where to find me.
That's a good point. How would the police know we were here?
Beats me. For now, let's focus on Shono, though. It would be a waste coming here and not talking to him.
Agreed. Let's see if the receptionist can help us.
Just to get it. If you guys remember that. When I paid 100 grand to that, when I had to pay 100 grand to that dude for information. He was the only one who had access to the apartment in this game that I live at. Besides my Yakuza friend. So it would make sense if we put the pieces together from those two people. Considering that the dead body was in the apartment. Doesn't make sense. I don't know what does. Goodness sakes.
Can I help you?
Of course.
Did you forget something, sir?
Well, not exactly. I'd actually like to speak to Shono-san, the 89 researcher. Where would I be able to find him?
Let me see. That should be the research wing. I believe he's in the protein abnormalities lab.
Probably need a gold keycard to get in there, huh?
That's correct, sir. I should be able to lend you one with the director's approval, though. Just give me a moment to ask. Could you tell me your name, sir?
Actually, never mind. Kido-san seemed pretty busy earlier. I'll try back later.
Are you sure, sir?
Good call. There's no chance Kido-san would let us in.
At least now we know where Shono
He's
is.
up here going too hard with this investigation and chill.
Yeah.
He ain't the dumbest Yakuza I ever met, but he's not the smartest either. That's all I can say about him. I give him 60% credit. That's all he gets from me. Damn, dude, where's the exit?
suspicious. The service entrance parking lot. All the delivery people come in and out through here. This is where Okubo's truck was parked 3 years ago. What the? Suspicious. This leads to the research wing.
The receptionist said he would be in the protein abnormalities lab, right? Huh. Well, I guess that's not on this map.
Hey. Director Kito's office. We were just in there. What the? This goes over to the hospital. I think Waku-san was up on the 4th floor. Uh-huh. Hey.
Okay, I think that was it for this page.
Hey. This is where we are now, the ADDC lobby. What the? Some kind of security gate, huh? The research wing must be just past there.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am?
This is one of Shono-san's researchers. She was just about to return to the lab.
Oh?
My name's Hashimoto. I can show you into Dr. Shono's lab if you'd like.
Are you sure?
Of course.
Great. We'll take you up on that.
Wonderful. Hashimoto-san just happens to be passing through.
Thank you.
Right this way.
I really appreciate this, Hashimoto-san. I'm Yagami.
And I'm Hoshino, from the Genda Law Office. Thank you for doing this.
Oh, don't mention it. I'm glad to help a guest of Director Kito's. This place is so massive, you practically need a tour guide to get around. I hope you're okay with walking.
Oh, that's totally okay. Oh, by the way...
Shut up. Damn.
So, Hashimoto-san, what kind of work do you yourself do here?
I'm part of the team developing 89. Dr. Shono is the head of that team, but I'm pretty new around here.
Speaking of, what exactly does AD9 stand for?
Well, the AD comes from the name of the center. The Advanced Drug Development Center, ADDC. And it's the 9th drug our department's developed.
Oh, that was surprisingly easy.
It'll be the first dementia-curing drug on the market, right? Seems like it's really getting fast-tracked because of that. But there's a lot riding on this one, right? It could finally cure Alzheimer's disease.
That's right. Do you know how many dementia patients there are in Japan alone?
A couple 100,000 at least. Maybe even in the millions?
Right. As of 2012, there were 4.62 million.
That many?
By 2025, that number will increase to at least 7 million. Potentially up to 13 million, including at-risk patients. That's 1 in every 9 people.
Yikes.
Let me check something.
However, as a nation, we're already at capacity in caring for these patients. In many cases, people over 60 are stuck looking after their dementia-struck parents in their own homes. Worldwide, it's estimated there will be 135 million patients by the year 2050. It's staggering. In other words, AD9 could save the world. This could be a real miracle.
I gotta say, this is making me feel kind of bad about how we treated Kito-san back there.
Director
A lot's changed in years. Bastards
Yeah,
really
guys,
made a
I'm gonna
name
have to
for
stop the
themselves.
broadcast in a second.
Be nice.
I need to change the name of the broadcast, I think, and I forgot to do so. If it wasn't for me having to check out the stupid doctor. Get on my nerves.
Dr. Shono is right over there. Well, if you'll excuse me.
Stupidness. Alright guys, I'm gonna change the